Hey Taurus. We are just going to do a Celtic. We're going to get an overall view, and we're going to do it without complete nails. So, you know, it's all right. All right, so guys, if it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I am going to do things just a little bit different. I'm going to get all the cards out first. I'm going to speed that part up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so you had a lot of tea leaves pop out. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll do the oracles here at the end. All right, guys, so I don't like it. Okay, the overall energy of your reading is the Ten of Swords. It could be that this is ending, that some pain is ending. So let's hope for that. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. Yes. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this is something that you're coming out of. Thank God. Okay. Page of Cups. Okay, so either you're coming out of something where someone just was not putting forth enough effort, excuse me, in maybe a love situation or a friendship. Okay. I'm also getting the energy of some of you may be creatives and maybe you were having some sort of block, but now that's kind of ending. So however it resonates for you, it could be a work thing, you know. Your challenge, Two of Pentacles. I feel like balance is tough for you right now. Work-life balance could be difficult. Yeah, balancing that Ten of Swords with what? The Four of Cups. I just feel like you're tired, friend, is what it is. I feel like you're trying to balance life and then also trying to ignore this Ten of Swords. Okay. Feel your feels is what I want to say to you, Taurus. You can't ignore it forever. Okay. So internally, Six of Wands. Speaking of not ignoring it, I feel like you're not. But there's also this point of time where you have to work through it. You acknowledge it, but then you have to work through it also. Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. You could have a mother figure around you who's kind of helping facilitate some conversations when it comes to the things that have been happening in your life. Okay. But I'm feeling like if you're a masculine Taurus, this could also be you wanting to have a conversation with your partner about how you're feeling. Okay. Interesting. All right, outwardly, Magician. So I feel like you're still trying to get your way here. Yeah. But you're unsure of how to do it because I don't feel like there's any obvious way forward. I feel like you're trying to make a way forward, and it's like you're just kind of waiting for that, like that dime to drop. You know what I mean? But I also feel like you're beating a dead horse here, Taurus. Okay. If you are, and I'm feeling like this is a cross-watcher read, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Who else do we have? Gemini, Capricorn, Sagittarius, or Leo. Those are the majors we have. Maybe we'll see a little more here. In your recent past, Queen of Swords, this is somebody who's very matter-of-fact. Okay? Very matter-of-fact. The Empress. The Ace of Cups, but it came out kind of like that. So I'm going to say that somebody was very matter of fact about having a conversation of how I'm feeling lack of reciprocity here. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Like I said, this could be a cross watcher read. You could be a Taurus watching this. You could be watching this because you're dealing with a Taurus, okay? Either way, I feel like something was not growing in the past. I feel like either you were outgrowing someone or someone was outgrowing you. And it's like you guys weren't moving at the same pace, so it made things a little bit difficult. And I feel like also this person in the past kind of backed off a little bit, whether it was you or another person. I feel like one of you backed off, okay? So near future, Five of Pentacles. This is feeling left out, okay? If you guys share a home together, there could be an issue where one of you may have to go. I'm also feeling like if that is the case, I feel like one of you is going to be working on self during that time. Hopefully this is you, Taurus, if that's who we're talking about. I just like to see personal growth in anyone at any time, so I don't really give a shit which one of you it is. I mean, really, you both should probably be doing that, okay? So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Hierophant. So either somebody wants to go and figure themselves out and try to come back and restart this, or there will be, you know, no matter how much work is put in, this commitment will be, you know, ended. It's not going to come back together. But I also feel like whatever is happening here is sending someone into a spiritual rebirth of sorts. I feel like if someone was lacking spirituality before, I feel like they're going to come to that in the future, okay? How you're seeing yourself, Knight of Wands. With all this two energy, I feel like you're having a hard time making your mind up. And I feel like you know that. I feel that, you know, some days are easier than others, especially when you're dealing with that Ten of Swords energy, okay? It's like some days you're like, man, I really miss this person or this place or this thing. And other days you're like, no, fuck that, fuck them, fuck that place, fuck that thing. Tell me more about this. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like 1 second you're like, hey, is this supposed to be happening this way for my greater good? Where I feel like this spiritual aspect may be coming in a little bit later. I feel like you're kind of being open to the fact of some things just come in divine timing and some things are just divinely guided, okay? But I do feel like you're seeing this argument or this conflict or something as something that may have needed to happen, even though you may not have wanted it to, okay? So in your energy, external to you, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Second time we've seen her, 2 different decks, okay? In your internal energy, you were wanting to have success or at least a successful conversation with this person, okay? Capricorn energy. And then look at that, 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And that's exactly what was down here in your internal energy. So, I don't know. I feel like this person's very closed off. Yeah. I feel like this person's just very foggy right now for some reason. Why is this person foggy? I feel like it's because you continue to come forward, Knight of Cups. I feel like this person may need a little bit of space to work through their own thing. I think you both need a little bit of space to work through your own stuff. I feel like the situation that you're going through here is also, I mean, you're both going through some stuff, is what I want to say. And I feel like you need to give this person some space. I feel like they're confused. I feel like they feel blocked, like they don't know everything that there is to know about a situation. And I feel like you coming in and trying to, you know, be on again, off again, or have conversations with this person is really kind of fucking with their psyche. So my personal advice, I mean, we haven't drawn advice yet, but my personal advice would be just to let this person be for a while and let them process what they need to process, okay? Hopes and fears, Three of Wands. I feel like you're hoping that this person can come back around or that they'll wait for you, okay? Page of Swords. I feel like some of you... Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's like you're hoping that this person will wait for you. I also feel that you hope this person doesn't block you. Devil at the bottom of the deck and the Sun. I feel like if there is something toxic here, someone is scared that someone will recognize a pattern or a cycle or some toxic behavior within another person. Okay. I feel like you're hoping that this situation will find balance and you'll come back together. Okay. That's how I feel like that's happening. Potential final outcome, the Sun. I feel like even if you guys don't come back together, I do feel like there are a lot of lessons to be learned in this situation. And I feel like if nothing else, you'll find success out of that, you know? Four of Cups in the reverse, which it was in the upright in your challenge. Oh, I guess that's a Five of Cups. Either way. I mean, I feel like you're not going to have any regret. You're not going to have any disappointment in the way that this panned out. Okay? There's a possibility for some of you that... Yep, look at that. Three of Wands, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in the past, Three of Wands was we just saw that in your hopes and fears. I do feel like for some of you, there is a potential for this to work. But I also feel like this Queen of Swords energy that this person was in before, if you guys get back together, that person is probably still going to be in that same energy for a good long while. Okay? I feel like there is a possibility of things going forward, okay? But there will be patience that's necessary because I feel like whoever this person is, they got some boundaries, okay? Eight of Cups, Four of Wands, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This person, I feel like with this person, they would have no issue, or it could be you. They would have no issue walking away from a situation. If it did not serve them. Okay. So I feel like that's kind of what you're going to have to contend with if you guys get back together, okay? If this situation pans out. All right, we'll get to all these in a second. I want to see what all these tea leaves are. All right, so we have casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Yeah. Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. I feel like if you are going through a divorce, that is a message for you. Month of June could be significant. I mean, that's this month, so could be going through this right this second. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So with this, I'm also feeling like if you have some sort of assets that... I don't want to say that. If you're going through a divorce or a legal situation, make sure you are protected and hire someone who can help you do that. Okay, I'm just going to say that. Because we also have rat, someone working against you behind your back. Okay. And bird flying, news is on the way. So take that for what you will. Okay. All right, what do we got? We have night moon, shadow work. Yeah, I was just talking about this. There are lessons to learn here. You just have to be open and receptive to learning them, okay? Connection through the cosmos. Community, everything is connected, and the law of reciprocity. Yeah, I was feeling that back here. I feel like someone was not being reciprocated tit for tat, okay? Like someone was putting in a lot and then someone was putting in not so much, okay? But I feel like, and the number 29 could be of significance, but I do feel like there is going to be some lesson learned here about the law of reciprocity. You give what you get, or you get what you give, okay? We also have this Archangel Raguel card. It says waves of healing. Remember how I said some days are going to be easier than others? Some days you're going to be like, oh, I really want my person back. Or some days you're going to be like, no, fuck that person, place your thing. This is that, okay? Be open and vulnerable, as this will initiate healing and harmonious resolution. Healing does not happen overnight, you guys. And it's not a fast process. It's not even a linear process. There will be waves, ebbs and flows, hills and valleys, okay? And then we have this Jophiel card. It's pink. And it says compassion, self-care, simplification, and beauty. And there's a bunch of affirmations down there on the ground, so that may be of significance. Maybe that's something that you guys want to look into doing. But being open and vulnerable and having compassion for yourself and for others is really highlighted here. So there may be something there that you need to focus on. I also wanted to get one of these. We haven't played with this deck yet. Wisdom Keeper, a new perspective, study, and learning. Guys, I'm telling you, there's so much to learn in this situation. And I feel like the wisdom that you will obtain from this situation will be a game changer. Okay? Game changer. If you don't want to hear the excerpt from the book, go ahead and click off, because this will be the last one I do. If you're not trying to hear your messages, then who am I to tell you how to live your life? All right, 142. It's just I have not played with this deck yet, so I'm unfamiliar. You are the first people I've pulled this card for. It says the oldest known whole rocks on Earth, found in Canada, date back around 4.3 billion years, a length of time that's impossible to comprehend. For comparison, the first humans emerged around 2 million years ago in Africa. A mere blink of an eye in the lifetime of our planet's most ancient stones. The stones are wisdom keepers, powerful teachers, healers, and guardians. They preserve, hold, and tell our stories. Infused with the wisdom of the cycles, our ancient stones show us the grace and the gift of surrender. Guys, more energy about compassion, okay? Compassion, surrendering to feelings. Like I said, you're kind of at this point where you're just like pushing your feelings to the side. You cannot be doing that, guys. You got to work through that stuff if you want to move forward. In their presence, we're invited to take a different perspective, to shift into humble unknowingness as we wonder, how many people like us have they seen come and go? How many civilizations have they stood witness to? The Wisdom Keeper card holds ancient knowledge and stories. Many of us have been severed from our ancestral wisdom teachings, but what if it's possible to reconnect with this wisdom through stones that hold the memories? This card invites us to reconnect with some form of study and learning. It may be in the traditional sense, or it could be something more mystical and direct. Soul inquiry. What are you fascinated by or in awe of? And how are you being called to be a student of life? Guys, it's pretty big message there. I feel like whatever you learn in this situation is probably one of the biggest life lessons that you're supposed to learn while you're here. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I will see you in the next one. Bye now.